everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm gonna explain how chat completion works, complete guide. So how I hope you would have saw my last video. I would have made how to create an OpenAI API key. If not, there will be a pop-up coming at top. Just click it and watch it right away. So there are basically 5 steps in order to integrate your OpenAI to your core in order to use it through your core. So there are these 5 steps are: first one is creating an OpenAI API key, and then installing the required packages. This is probably a simple step of this thing, and prepare your messages. So I will help you how to prepare the message and making the API call and handling the response. So I've just broke down the problem into simple chunks so that it will be useful for us to go step by step. So these types of learning will have a deep understanding and those things. So let's go to the first step, how to create an OpenAI API key. As I already said, I already uploaded a video of how to create an OpenAI API key. So if you have not already watched that, go ahead and watch it. So first is generate an API key, and then make sure to secure your API key. Never hard code your API key in code like C here. What is hard coding your API key means? I'll show you the example. Here I've hard-coded my API key in the config.py file. Config.py file is basically where we used to see our configurations like API keys and database connection details. So here I've declared my API key and I'll be using that in my program whenever needed. But one disadvantage in this practice is uh, when you're going to upload this code to GitHub or somewhere, it will expose your API key, uh, which can be used by some other people's. Like some companies used to buy API keys for money, which they would have limited access. Like they can make 1,000 requests per month. So if someone gets your API key, they will use all the requests, and you'll be having a waste of money. So it's always. So let us see how to set the environment variable in your system. So if you're a Mac user, you must run this command basically. $env OpenAI API key is equals to your API key. And if you are a Windows user, so run this command: select OpenAI API key is equals to this is the command you have to run in your terminal. Here we go. I run it. Specify value was saved, which means my environment variable is saved successfully now. So let's go through the structure of the code now. How we are going to integrate our API key to the code. So basically, I'm importing two packages, OpenAI and OS, and then I'm creating a class OpenAI client, and I'm creating a constructor over where I'm trying to initialize this API key value and set the client over this code. See, and then I'm next creating an method where I'm trying to give a pass this model and prompt as an mandatory parameters over here, which will be passing from our here. So we have a default model over here. If you want any new model, you can pass it a new model over here when you're calling this class. And you can, when you're calling this function, you can pass a new model and get the output too. But if you pass only the prompt, you will get the output with the default GPT 3.5 turbo model. And then this is how we should send the response. Basically, I said you before how the message works, role user. So if you give it as a user, it will take the prompt and give us output. I already gone through how we are going to set the roles. So yeah, hope you're aware of that. And then here we are getting the responses self.client.chat completion.create of. So this will basically fetch us a response of our chat. So if you just pass the prompt, it will give you the output of that. And we need to save that response somewhere. So it will return a response. So we are getting the response dot choice of zero at message dot content. So we're basically getting the first choice of zero means we're getting the first choice. There might be multiple answers which AI might suggest for the same question. So we're getting the first possible choice of that one and making use of it to give us an output. Right, we're getting the response over here and we'll be returning it. And we'll be returning it to our function. So once we return the response will get be saved and it will be printed in. So it's time to run our code. So here is a user prompt. What is the first programming language? Yeah, let's go ahead and run it. I'm running it. Let's wait for a minute. Wow. You exceeded your current quota. Please check your plan. Okay. I used all the calls which I need to make for this month. So this is basically working. This is making an API call to the OpenAI, and from there I'm getting this response because I've already used called multiple times this API and my key has expired for the free trial. Yeah, so if you try newly, yours must come definitely work. So go ahead and give it a shot. Thank you so much.
So I probably messed up a little bit of explanation. So I have made this GitHub file for you where I have documented all these steps in the code for you. So you can make use of this and go ahead and create your code directly from here. Just watch the video and then if you still couldn't able to get it, go through this documentation and all the steps has been mentioned over here. So that will be helpful for you. Hope this must be helpful. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to our channel